In 3-7 Mastery problem, I prepare my income statement just as I did in previous problems. Title information at the top, I have my title revenue and then sales and the amount from my sales account on the worksheet. I have my expense title, my expense accounts listed, and their amounts from my worksheet. And then I total my expenses here. But notice in this problem, my sales is a smaller number than my expenses. That means we lost money this fiscal period. So I'm going to have a net loss in this problem. And I'm still going to complete my steps the same way. I'm going to take my sales, $3,269, and subtract my expenses, $3,733, and that gives me a negative 464. When I enter it into the worksheet, it puts it in parentheses to show that it's a negative number. To find out my percentage of sales, because my expenses exceed my sales, I'm still going to do it the same way, but my expenses are actually going to be more than 100%, and my loss is going to be a negative number. So I do it the same way. I take my expenses, 3,733, and I divide them by my sales, 3,269. I get my decimal, multiply by 100, and that gives me 114.2% because I'm rounding up. So I'm going to put my 114.2 here, and then I'm going to take my 464 and divide by 3,269, and I'm going to multiply by 100 to get my percent, and I got 14.2% because again I'm rounding up, but this needs to be a negative because this number is a negative. So I'm going to put that in as a negative 14.2. So now I have calculated my income statement with a net loss. To complete my balance sheet, again, I'm going to take the information from my worksheet. I put my heading information at the top. I list assets as my label on the left column, list my asset accounts with their balances, and then total my assets. I list the liabilities on the top of the right column, my liability accounts and their balances, the label owner's equity, and then I come to my capital account. Because I have a loss this time, I need to take the amount of capital from my worksheet, and this time I'm going to subtract my loss and subtract drawing. So I'm going to take my 9,337 minus my loss of $464 minus drawing, which is 600. That leaves me with 8,273 for my capital. I take that number and I add it to my liabilities total. And I get 8,885. I just love it when I balance. I'm going to list this as total liabilities and owner's equity.